So I have made so many really important videos, and I have to say this one is the most important video on YouTube if you're a crypto investor that you must watch till the very end. Let's get to it. So what is this video? Well, the video is, should I sell or should I just dollar cost average? And I think that a lot of people are trying to catch the bottom. And that's why I think that this video is such a compelling and important video to watch if you wish to be successful in cryptocurrency. There are so many people in our community that are looking to try to catch the very bottom and ride it all the way up and feel like they're going to just go off into the sunset or something. And very few people are able to do this. And I think a lot of it really boils down to how lucky you are. And look, this might be a video where I'm just rambling rather than the usual headline kind of videos that we do. I think this is a really important video to do, and to do it right now just before we see the new year in, if I can get my words out. So 8, possibly 9 months ago, I made a prediction that when the Fed pivots, we should expect a massive crash in crypto and stocks. And I still believe this. And the reason why I still believe this is because ultimately, when you look at indicators, there's one indicator that has been right 100% of the time. And, you know, I've gone on record previously back in June when people were throwing indicators at me when I said the bottom wasn't in June and to expect new lower lows, which we did get. I did say that those were all going to be invalidated. I think this is different. And the reason why it's different is because it's not just a crypto indicator. It's a indicator with a much bigger data set utilizing stock market rather than crypto. And for it to be to have 100% accuracy on a much bigger data set is something that we haven't seen many of these other indicators, particularly in crypto, actually fulfill. So look, for me, this is a really big deal, and I want to sort of cover it. Maybe not going to go into it, in great detail, but this video is really to sort of try to explain a little bit around my thought process over the last 8 or 9 months. Probably one of the first people to highlight this as one of the biggest risks in crypto, and this rally again was something we predicted, and we have predicted the bottom in June 2020. We predicted that before it happened. We predicted that wouldn't be the lowest low. We actually predicted that in June 2022. And then we saw FTX, which we also predicted was going to collapse before it collapsed, before 𝗕𝗘𝗪 put out his tweet, the former CEO of Binance. We gave our community ample opportunity to get out of FTX and keep their crypto. Many people did in our community, and that's fantastic because we want you to be successful. Like our bear market predictions have been 100% accurate. It's as good as it can ever be. Doesn't necessarily mean the future predictions are going to be 100% accurate, but it gives you a kind of an idea of what to expect when it comes to Cheeky Crypto and Cheeky Crypto's predictions, right? So I want to talk about this chart, and this is one that I've talked about many, many times. This is basically a chart that shows the decline, I guess, after a Fed pivot, if I can get my words out. And this is all based on the S&P 500, so stocks. So we go back to 1969, the Fed pivot, and we saw a 36% drop. In 1973, Fed pivots, we saw a 48% drop. In 1981, the Fed pivots, we see a 27% drop in price or crash. Then we saw the almighty move up. 2000 Fed pivots, we see a 51% crash. 2007 Fed pivots, we see a 58% crash. And again, move on up out of that. In 2019 Fed pivots, we see a 35% drop. 2023, the question is, are we going to see the next Fed pivot in 2024, and an almighty crash? And this is a 100% accuracy indicator, right? Like, we should be looking at this and looking at what the market's doing. Now, one thing that I haven't mentioned that may or may not stand out to you is the fact that in each kind of move towards a Fed pivot, we've seen a move to the upside. So I want to be really quite clear with everybody. We're not pulling this stuff out of our ass when we kind of say, well, I mean, we said it in 2022, going into 2023, we should expect bear market rallies. We got that, right? And, we said it again. We expected we expected new lower lows. We got that for altcoins in June. We said June, and we rally on out of that. And nothing's different. Like, this is all to be expected, right? You look here, rally. Look at this rally up from 1981 to 2000. We rallied all the way up, then down. We rallied all the way up out of the Fed pivot up. Now, what I want to kind of highlight is these sections here are getting shorter. Again, doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to see, shorter moving forward, but I think that the Fed pivot will happen. We will have a crash. I'm concerned that people are becoming people's exit liquidity at the moment. But I think 2, possibly 3 or 4 months, and then we're moving into the bull market, the actual bull market. This for me is just a bear market rally before the final crash that we're going to see, and then we go on off into the races. Now, what makes this very different to everything that we've seen previously is the Bitcoin spot ETFs, and a lot of people are getting this a little bit twisted in the respect that they think that the spot ETF for Bitcoin is going to be the thing that stops Bitcoin from crashing down. Well, I'm going to tell you now, it's going to take a long time for money to start flowing into those Bitcoin spot ETFs. Yes, there's going to be the surge to it being approved. That's what we're getting at the moment. I kind of feel like it's going to be a sell the news event. A lot of the funds or future funds that there will be for the Bitcoin spot ETFs are sort of, in my opinion, buying, and I think we'll see that in some of their reports in the future, that they were buying now in preparation for the Bitcoin spot ETFs. But the money isn't going to flow in straight away, and I want to be really clear about this. Like, my expectations is sell the news event, things to crash, might even coincide with a Fed pivot, right? And to be honest, if we get that, I think that's even better. I do think it's going to be short, going to be punchy, and then I do think that we're going to move on up after that. So those are my thoughts, those are my opinions. Where I'm positioned right now is people shouldn't probably be taking the almighty risk of selling up all of their crypto and looking to buy when the crash happens. Like, I mean, if people do that and this prediction turns out to be very accurate and only time will tell, then it'll be the best move you ever made. But it is a very risky move. And if this isn't what actually plays out and we are wrong for the first time in this bear market, then ultimately you're going to lose out quite a substantial percentage of your potential gains. So for me, the risk adverse kind of way of approaching this would be to make sure you've got money on the side, ready for if a crash does happen, like I anticipate it will, and then add at that point. And this is what we've done throughout this entire bear market, right? We talked about the lows. I think I actually sold all of my Cardano in June when I made that prediction that May would be the new lower low. And I did, and I bought it, and I increased my my Cardano position by about 34%. Now, is it the right time to be doing what I did in June? Probably not. Risk is a little bit higher, in my opinion. Obviously, not financial advice. It's just purely my opinion on what I'm doing in the market. Now is really about, having money on the side, dollar cost averaging on those really big pullbacks. This has been a fantastic strategy that has worked immensely well for me over multiple cycles. And I do think that this will be my final cycle. I think this will be me retiring. I might just be a investor moving forward rather than doing videos come the next bull market. There will be somebody else sat in my shoes talking to you like I am today. Yeah, super excited about this bull market, super excited about the predictions that we're making. Feel very, very positive about what our anticipations are for 2024. Looking forward to the biggest and longest bull market in history. So bullish right now, although I might sound a little bit bearish, but that is just me being risk averse, looking out for our community because we want to be ultra successful in crypto. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and we will catch you in the next one. Take care.